What's up guys, it's Michael here from Calisthenics Family, and in this video I'm going to show you the 5 most common beginner mistakes when learning the handstand and how to avoid them. So let's get this video started. Alright guys, welcome to this video. As you can see, I'm in this beautiful location in Valuraki, which is in Rhodos in Greece. I'm here with my girlfriend on a vacation. We're doing some awesome trips over here and we're just enjoying our time. But of course I'm also training, and today I have my handstand workout. So I thought, let's create a video for you guys on the most beginner calisthenics handstand mistakes. I have this beautiful location, I have a wall here, basically everything that I need to learn the handstand. So when it comes to learning the handstand, I see the beginners that I train, most people in the gym, but also the people that I train through online coaching, making the same mistakes all over again, including the mistakes that I made as well in the beginning. So let's start with the first mistake when learning the handstand, and that is sticking to the wall too long. Alright, so this is probably the biggest mistake that I see when learning the handstand. I see a lot of people sticking to the wall handstand way too long, and that really affects your progress in the handstand, because if you only train with the wall, you will never learn the regular freestanding handstand. So what I suggest is, when you're able to do a 30-second wall handstand, then you have to move on immediately to freestanding handstand practice. But next to that, you should also incorporate different variations of wall handstand training. So try to combine these two training methods, wall handstand training and freestanding training, in an early stage of your handstand practice. For example, if you can do a 60-second wall handstand, you can also try to do the reversed wall handstand and really try to work on your form, straighten out your legs and walk a little bit off from the wall and really focus on a better form and kicking slightly off from the wall. And this way you will learn the handstand even better, because this stimulates the freestanding handstand better than the belly to wall handstand. Alright, so that was the first and probably the biggest mistake. Now let's move on to the second mistake, and that is jumping into the handstand instead of kicking into the handstand. Alright, so once you're able to do a 30 to 60 second wall handstand, you can move on to the freestanding handstand. But it's really important how you're going to jump or kick into the handstand. What I see with the most people that start with handstand training is that they jump into the handstand like this, really uncontrolled and jumping way too hard into the handstand, and in this case you probably fall forward. So I wouldn't suggest to do this kind of jumping into the handstand, but rather practice on a much more stable and controlled way of getting into the handstand by kicking into the handstand. It simulates a sprinter position like sprinters do when they start running. And from here, really kick yourself controlled and easily in the handstand. First, start off with an easy kick. So you get the feel, you get the hang out of it, and then you can slightly kick even harder until you get more and more control. And if you use this way of getting into your handstand with every training, then you automatically know how hard you should kick up and getting into the handstand as controlled as possible. So don't jump into the handstand, but kick into the handstand as controlled as possible. So that was the second mistake. Now let's move on to the third one, and that is doing handstand walks when falling forward. Alright guys, so the third mistake is probably one of the most crucial points in learning the handstand itself. So when you start with freestanding handstands and you fall forward, a common mistake that I see is that a lot of people tend to step forward with their hands, so they're doing a handstand walk when they're falling forward, instead of just counter-forcing the fall by using your fingers and your hand palm to counter-force the fall of the handstand. And this is such an important mistake, because if you always walk forward with your hands, making baby steps when you're falling forward, you never know how to use your hands to counterforce the fall. And this is the most important thing to stabilize in the handstand, using your fingers and your hand palm to really counterforce the fall. So never walk forward, but either just bail out of the handstand, fall out of the handstand, or get back from the handstand. But never walk forward, because then you won't learn the handstand hold as fast as possible. So that was the third mistake. Now let's move on to the fourth mistake, and that is trying to learn the straight handstand way too fast. Of course, we all want a perfect aligned straight handstand when we start learning the handstand, but this is just not the most effective way to learn the handstand. Because if you only focus on a straight handstand from the very start, then you're gonna make it very hard for yourself. So don't put your standards too high. What I always actually say is, first try to hold an arched handstand for 30 seconds, because it's all about just learning and getting more experience in standing on your hands, and your form doesn't really matter. You can clean up your form when you're getting more experience with the handstand. That's personally also how I got my straight handstand. First I unlocked my banana handstand, and from there I gradually cleaned up my form and got a nice and aligned straight handstand. But of course, I would recommend to still work on your straight handstand, but use the wall for this. The first exercise that I said, do a reversed wall handstand, walk from the wall and get yourself in a straight handstand and play with the straight handstand, but don't only focus on the straight handstand from the beginning, because that will definitely slow your progress. Alright, so that was the fourth mistake. Now let's move on to the fifth and last one, but definitely not the least one. And that is not practicing the handstand enough. Alright, so when it comes to handstand training, the handstand is a skill. And when it comes to skill training, it's really important that you practice the skill a lot of times. So frequency here is very important. So only training your handstand once or twice per week is not gonna get your handstand very fast. Probably you won't even unlock your handstand. Instead, try to practice your handstand as often as possible, probably 5 or 6 times per week, and use a short amount of training per session. For example, 15 to 20 to 30 minutes every training session 5 times per week before your actual workout. This is the way how I learned my handstand, and also taught the handstand to all of my clients in the gym, but also my online clients. So frequency is key here, and don't make the mistake to only practice the handstand once or twice per week. Alright guys, so these were the 5 most common beginner mistakes when learning the handstand. If I missed a mistake, let me know in the comments down below. So that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. Try to avoid these mistakes and you'll definitely get your handstand way faster. So guys, that's it for this video, and if you need more help with unlocking your handstand, for example, or other skills, we have some free ebooks that you can download. The link is in the description. With these ebooks, we'll show you different training routines and also skill and strength workouts that you can try out for free. Next to that, we also offer different workout plans, for example, for learning skills, getting stronger, training from home, or losing fat. You can find the links down in the description, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching guys. Leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you next Monday. Peace out.